Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with your host Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland. Off it all 1v1. On Twin Beaches in the north it is JBQuib fighting for the fatherland, Deutschland. Here with the 90th Panzergrenadier in the south it is Oziligath fighting for freedom, democracy, liberty, the American dream. Here with the US 92nd Infantry Division, we got Spec Ops there with a Oziligath Grenadiers and a Kettenkrat for JBQuib. Both players going for something light and mechanized to start out the match with. Classy. As always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, these absolute wonderful people. They'll keep supporting the Propagandacast with their hard-earned money. Big thanks to all of you charming devils, and a big thanks to commenting and liking on the videos. Helps on the mention with the YouTube algorithms, gets the video out to more people. And finally, a big thanks to maybe me for donating and supporting the Propagandacast for this hard-earned money. So, we are off here to the races on Twin Beaches.
M29 Weasel awaiting deployment.
And not only a Weasel, but a Jeep Oziligath, not just going for light mechanization, it's going for light motorization. Kettenkrat, then forward Jeep going in here, might be home to catch a Kettenkrat. There's definitely been again that sort of, seesaw return of the Kettenkrat in the meta game, I feel, for at least a while. Keep the hunting for targets. Mostly so far finding splinters from all the crates they're sort of bashing into, getting to the face. Second Grenadier Squad here, keep continuing to hunt here, looking for Kettenkrat and the other targets. You can see that, of course, JBQuib focusing hard north, committing everything he's got there. Does mean the south side is wide open there for Oziligath. We got the first English squad for Oziligath here. Definitely, I would also say this is not a standard opening here out of the USF, and not one I'd recommend. I definitely think this is Oziligath just, trying to have some fun in his own terms. But again, you can cover this if you want to, but I'm not gonna guarantee you any chances of success. So just want to get that out there.
We have territory under attack.
Duke look there from the JBQuib. Might see MP40s, very likely one. We could see some MP40s, but still, but the MP40 Grenadiers just aren't good in general, I'd say. Like the actual MP40s, but also the grenade assault is just very, very lackluster. Got the Weasel going in there, 30 kills with the two machine gun laden vehicles they're opening up with the German troops. Flying everything they can there at them. Third Grenadier squad there for JBQuib. Kettenkrat busy up north. There you go. Light vehicles just swimming through here, the German troops. And he's getting slashed in half here by the two light vehicles under Oziligath's command. Racing after the Grenadiers here, we got rapid production in Luftwaffe companies with JBQuib. Definitely looking to get out some faster 2-1s here. And later the Evans versus Oziligath. Maybe it's likely though, but he could also surprise us by just moving straight ahead for the Panzer Company, or even side-taking towards the Panzer Grenadier Company, though that one is a bit of a rarer option. Few players really like to delve into. We'll have to see. Either way, the Luftwaffe Company halfway done.
Riflemen are ready.
Kettenkrat swinging southwards more aggressively. Also got mines here laid down by it. The Schützenmine 42. The infantry mine, which was basically notable for both being designed not to kill but rather to maim, and also for largely made out of wood and other non-ferrous materials, aka non-metallic, making it also very difficult to detect with minesweepers. So that's kind of one of those less talked about invasions I think the Germans committed to during the Second World War, was mines that maimed and just mines that were really difficult to detect. So Rifle going up against the Grenadiers, see it, more rifle charging in here, Oziligath seizing the German army here by the throat, closing with his GIs, his riflemen, boys. Going hard at it, Wizard there fighting, covering fire from the other NT Grenadiers, bunching up here. Basically the only chance to win is just get large numbers in there. Grenadiers about to get wiped out, get a rifle squad pushed away here. Got the Weasel still at it. Jeep also joining in here. 2-1 out here, though, for JBQuib, and that's going to be a thing. He's going to be a bit ugly here for Oziligath. He's got no anti-tank. Acids here. Oh, he's going to get within range of a Pantherfast as well here. That Jeep's not going to go anywhere. Down it went. Blindside here, Oziligath for the fast armored car. Of course, Oziligath is getting a motor pull up, since that, of course, did get some buffs. Also did the Greyhound. So Oziligath will be hitting back hard here at JBQuib and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. which had been reformed from the 19th Light Infantry Division, which had been lost in Africa after I believe it surrendered. Like some of the other units did there, like towards the end of that particular campaign.
Territory lost.
Further south here, Captain rushing straight for the fuel point there, but you can see there JBQuib doing his best to hit Oziligath where it hurts, the fuel, which of course is how you really hurt the Americans. So we'll have to see what's next out of Oziligath. I wouldn't be surprised to see the SSF commandos out of him. But for now we got that 221 aggressively patrolling here for JBQuib and Das Vaterland. Bit of quiet here for one's action between the two sides. Also might want to grab that northern victory point again. He is slowly trailing behind here, Oziligath, for now, Mr. JBQuib. At this stage, nothing that's going to be like really critical, like, you know, something immediately needs to fix, but it is worth keeping in mind here. M8 Grand for Oziligath, got the flares. And there you go, Captain Joe there, out of Montana, getting hammered by the 221. SSF commandos being prepared to ready for Oziligath, though, after the Greyhound, obviously. Jaegers for JBQuib. About Louise rushing forwards.
Enemy movement near our victory point.
Jaegers halfway done. Riflemen closing in, the team shot from all sides here. A lot of damage here, Grandy's on a great spot. Surprised didn't heal them up when he had the chance, if anything, Mr. JBQuib. Missed opportunity, I think. Probably caused him some somewhat unnecessary casualties. Could have been avoided. North he kept crowd moving about their veterans who won already. And there, got M8 Grand joining in there, adding the armored side skirts first, and probably the 50 cal here. Got the 221 their corner bad spot terrain wise. First shot did a lot of damage, taking one bit more whiff. Third shot might just do it, or not quite. Jaeger's got the pantry ready. Rocket gets a rear hit here. Not that it matters on light vehicles, it's only medium and heavy tanks to take extra damage from it. Support elements here for JBQuib. That's going to be a big event here then versus Oziligath, which of course then invite Chaffies. And we see also using the Greyhound here to decapture points. Strain time mine down here by JBQuib's Kettenkrad. So you can see the mines in the right places can really prove to be very handy. And I'd say there's a very good chance. And he gets caught in the barbed wire as well. It's like a victim in a horror movie, like, you know, just one thing after others. The ceiling comes in. Oh, God damn it, Bob! They're coming for us! They're coming for us! So, of course, in this case of a slasher, it's a German squad with a patchy fleck.
Greyhound has been destroyed.
Greyhound down. Diesel grabbing munitions point. So, that was a pretty significant tactical win there for JBQuib, like getting rid of the Greyhound so fast. So, thumbs up there to JBQuib. Reminding the right place can make all the difference in the world. So, we'll have to see what Oziligath goes for next. We'll try another Greyhound, we'll go for SSF Commandos. Whereas there's some other, like, angle here that Oziligath is already not pursuing here versus JBQuib. JBQuib, though, of course, is pushing for the Flak Panzer angle, the Wirbelwind. Based off the Panther 4 chassis. That's a fun side fact. There actually was a version of this based off the Panther 3 made towards the very end of the war. It took so long, part because the army kept sabotaging it, because actually the Stub units, the Sturmartillerie, actually was trying to like develop their own Flak Panzers, but the Panzer branch of the German army kept sabotaging them. So it was only towards the very end of the war they actually developed a version of this, like based off the Panther 3 technically, the Stub 3 chassis at that stage. So, fun fact.
Say the word, sir.
There's also a version of this for the Flak Panther with the Os.
The victory point is under attack.
Finally, if we can catch the scouts quickly riding. It does go for another Greyhound, even as the Wirbelwind is trying for his infantry. I'm actually a bit surprised at Oziligath would if he like cancel that for a Chaffee or go for SSF Commandos. The Greyhound, I mean, obviously isn't completely useless against the Wirbelwind, but it does not feel like an optimal choice to me. Anti-tank gun for Oziligath. And there you go, Bunga for JBQuib. Weasel is still weaseling about. And there you go, southeast and east got the field point here. JBQuib quick counterattacks, looking to put a stop to those Yankees. Got the flak panzer in the catch them treating engineers. So, what's next for Oziligath except for the anti-tank type deal with the flak panzer? Clearly not a chaffee, probably to the Jaegers, having a bit concerned there. Anti-tank guns in the hand don't have to be quite as concerned with Jaegers with a punch effect. From there getting him of the flak panzer up north, the Cat Grannies moving in. We've got the medical station that's slow happening for Oziligath. Grand Dust moving engaged the flak panzer head on. .37 gun, opposite strike a bit penetrating the flak panzer's frontal armor.
Commander,
Up north, the Weasel forced to withdraw. Tried to take out the Camcraft, but oh, nice reshot there from the Greyhound. Acting some damage got the edge of the Grins moving in. Weasel there getting shredded by the flak panzer. Grey moving in. Entertain joining. Weasel down. Weasel down. Got it. Lieutenant Ludwig, we destroyed the tiny light American vehicles. They're heroes. Now the flak panzer they're running here for JBQuib medic bunker up on the way as well. There you go, Grain quickly fixed up. South side, Grain is quickly being dispatched here. And the captain leads a lonely charge here on the hill. Fairly well defended with German infantry dug in. Unsurprisingly, it's up for the captain. There you go, flak panzer arriving here, and we got breakthrough, Durchbruch, activated here for JBQuib. And of course, his infantry grab points faster.
It's theirs now.
Very powerful ability when timed correctly, as you can just like to quickly seize a lot of points and swing the entire map like in your favor. So well handled, this is an incredibly powerful ability.
Squad of SSF commandos has
It's probably one of the
taken
reasons
field.
why Breakthrough still I think sees a good amount of play. It's just partly that ability and obviously Tiger tanks and rapid production. It's a pretty good battle group overall.
Be advised. Air resupply operations
Not a VM here ready for JBQuib. 126 was the 87. We do get some SSF commandos out of Oziligath.
Territory out of supply. They've cut us off.
Steadily moving ahead. Still. Good shot from the entertain gun on the flak panzer. Even got the captain activated with the marked target ability. Rare sight that most players actually prefer the artillery barrage.
We've lost the territory sector.
But honestly, the captain's marked target ability against tanks is like really good as well. So thumbs up to Oziligath here.
A squad of SSF is awaiting deployment, Commander.
Keeping the pressure here, martyring, exposed, and quick engaged by the M1 entertain gun. And up north here, flank going in here against Oziligath here. JBQuib hoping to get lucky here, but ends up revealing it here, giving Oziligath ample time to withdraw the Greyhound and get to safety. Thumbs up, they're right beam on top as well here. JBQuib applying that pressure now more actively here versus Oziligath. Got the SSF commanders in cover, though fortunately not covered against the Viverine, so they are quickly going to try to finish from that angle. Then we got more pressure out of JBQuib. It looks like he might try and hit the opponent's face with the flak panzer. No. Perhaps a small voice in the back of his head decides that's a bad idea. We got more anti-tanks for Oziligath. He was almost going to go for the chaplain, but seemingly had a similar small voice in the back of his head telling him, no, don't go for a chaffee.
A victory point is under enemy control.
Officer squad there for the Luftwaffe Company. Thumbs up to JBQuib. Excellent map control. Oziligath will need to do something a bit more drastic, I think, to turn this around. Or, of course, have to hope his opponent makes a significantly large enough mistake to turn things. Obviously, it's not something you should typically be counting on.
On the field.
Black Panzer on the move again.
Defend our victory point. We're losing it.
Train advancing, entering, holding back. Flak Panzer holding in. Northy, Rifleman, SSF Commander, we've got the Jaegers creeping about that flak panzer, ruining some of the local masonry. Absolute prejudice. Mentioning about pioneers that possibly down to mountains with the Kevin Cutters. Shots in there for JBQuib's flak panzers, 2 thumbs up. Enough great.
Enemy in control of all victory points.
Great shots on the flak panzer here. Back to lose it here. JBQuib pictures that's ranked here. Oh, almost got it there. He does not finish off here. I do think that's a missed opportunity, though might still be able to finish it off here. Almost got the Grenadiers here, and there's nothing really significant coming the trick path either, so if Oziligath takes the move, I think he's got a good chance of knocking out the flak panzer in the armored sides, because he did get the Grenadiers. Well, that's already a big hit there for Oziligath. If he take out the flak panzer, that would be massive. The question, of course, is how far he's willing to commit and try and take it out, and I think, yeah, Oziligath hits his limit, how much he's willing to risk it. Rather not risking attempting to, like, you know, make a trade even there, compared to, like, just him being to, like, you know, snipe in some hits here and there and slowly beat up his opponent with it. So, under those circumstances, I do think that makes sense here, just pulling it back rather than risking it all.
Taking it personally.
More Jaegers for JBQuib. So Oziligath, I mean, he could go for some more SSF commanders.
The enemy have taken
Go
territory
for tank
from us.
depot. Start pulling for the tanks.
Yeah, I've seen them. Crazy
Shermans.
Best to not ask questions.
Commandos are
There we go.
reporting in.
Second
We
SSF
overnight
commander
area
squad out
destroyed.
here. More Johnsons, more M1 Garants, and more bazookas.
Get them while they're hot. Support weapons on their way to you.
Also, fun fact, the guy who designed the Johnson machine gun did also design a competitor to the M1 Garand known as the Johnson rifle. But he did not win, part because they entered a bit late into the competition, and I believe there might have been some favoritism for him. And the ones like, you know, doing the whole picking the next rifle for the US Army
Sector
bit.
lost. No contact.
So, advantages are there for Oziligath. Northwest here, commanding again the Grenadiers. Great racing in order to get hit with the flak panzer of the Jaegers. Bit too bold about Oziligath. And with JBQuib more charging in there for Deutschland. He does definitely apply a bit more pressure, and I do think JBQuib there probably should consider taking up there. He's taking sideways and get out some more units to put pressure on
The
Oziligath.
squad of SSF is awaiting deployment, Commander.
Well, that's what JBQuib does here.
Will reduce the cost of reinforcing our forces.
Southside flak panzer laying loose to the captain. Captain down to just one man, watching his entire unit gets ripped apart before his very eyes. Up north, the commandos acting as an anchor stone here against JBQuib's forces. JBQuib, though, only just giving some units to deal with it, sending others down south here. We got the Marder there being used as a pretty much house-wrecking tool there. I mean, he could just finish it here at this point, or he might be hoping that Oziligath moves into it again and then, you know, gets the building knocked down on them. Meanwhile,
Enemy
JBQuib with an
activity. Your
MG42,
munitions
even as
point.
Oziligath has brought in a 30 cal. Okay, crap, about to get knocked out. Was super close there for JBQuib. Excellent luck on his part.
Sector gone. We must take it back.
They're going to ready, all courtesy, of course, that supply drop. Not a heavily utilised ability nowadays, but, you know, machine in third and standing to the right can be quite handy. Another MG40 with JBQuib here.
Available.
I mean, it does make sense for the amount of infantry that Oziligath has in the field, but I do think JBQuib would benefit more from, like, just taking up and getting out some stars to another
Air
stage of the
support is on
match.
hand to prioritize high-value targets.
And got the mark target ability there from Oziligath. Not the loiter.
We've lost a weapon crew.
Ooh, 30 cal, they're decimated. Oziligath not paying attention. Put yourself as the total loss of the 30 cal to the Germans. Being suddenly, JBQuib has a total of 3 machine guns. 2 MG42s and 1 30 cal.
We must pull this back. We're down to 300 points.
Machine gun, moving straight to the captain. A bold move there by JBQuib. Captain's a bit respectless, but then again, he's using the US-30 cal, which of course gets a damage reduction bonus automatically. Not exactly, I think, the smoothest gameplay behind there. North Flank Panther 14 forming up a bulwark against American encroachment, but Oziligath is definitely determined to undo that, no matter the cost. So outside here, Flak Pants occupying the Oziligath's forces. JBQuib keeping up their control, but I feel like he could be just a bit more active, particularly with his resources. There's a continued float, in particular in terms of fuel there for JBQuib at this point. I mean, admittedly, so is Oziligath. Arguably, both players could consider, I think, going for some armor. We got Oziligath, though, with triple anti-tank against JBQuib here with a Panzergrenadier company. Will it be the Ovens? Will it be Stuks, Packs, Panzergrenadiers, half-tracks? Who knows? This is starting to do something with resources like T-Tax. Thumbs up. We're back here to a bit more quietude.
Reinforcements have arrived. Mortar crew and tube, standing by.
Mortars. Be not a bad tool to like try and maybe break the current stalemate going on here. Try and like throw some wrenches into JBQuib's defenses. But we'll have to see. Both players playing very cautiously now.
Rating flares going out. All batteries, fire.
Looks like Oziligath is about to change the status quo. He's attempt to besides the mortar. We got raiding flares going in, a commander shouting forth, outmaneuvering the grenadiers here. Suddenly caught a bad spot. Got the chem cresting in the south tip, is about to counter the Greyhound. Black Pants are laying loose. Oziligath keeps up the advance here. Chemcrat spotting what happens, quickly withdraws, machine being brought in. And we got bunkers being prepared here by JBQuib as well. Oziligath though slowly keeps up the attack, but arguably could be applying a bit more pressure as well. Fighting the center here going poorly for JBQuib. Just a head-on rush. Unsurprisingly, drags a lot of attention from American guns, forcing them to withdraw there. Could have been a bit better support, maybe use some of the campfire for smokes and text remove the ability from the Jaegers with evidence. But he could have brought in his own mortar, for example. They could have brought in machine guns. Commander's getting mauled here, absolutely grand forced away. Up northwest here, Commander's sitting upon the Grenadiers, hitting that northern field point. Rifleman captains moving in, mortar fire slightly scratching the Marder Fleet's paint job. Bunker sort of forgotten there, but JBQuib
falling into enemy hands.
So the Goth was down trail behind here, JBQuib in terms of victory points. Got the tank that's flying away, thumbs up.
Territory lost.
What will JBQuib do? His Panzergrenadier company. I could see Oziligath going here for Bilvin as well, like just a lot of people, but the whiz-bang, like, gonna try and blast some larger gaps into JBQuib's lines. If you get the bunker finding finished here, thumbs up. And German troops that are descending upon the southern machine, victory point here on the machine gun. Both interesting, but also a bit risky here by JBQuib, seeing we could risk losing the machine gun team here to Oziligath. Oziligath how hard it is, so not without risks. There we go, Flag Panzer knocks out the second Greyhound.
Just lost our Greyhound.
The first blaze all the way knocked out. Gone, kaput.
200 points
Nicht
remaining on
mehr.
the front line.
You get a repair bunker there for JBQuib.
Ship fire! Cover him! Big cross grenade!
South side, we got that Kencut withdrawing. Clearly had its fill here of action and danger. And the Grenadiers about to go wiped, and they go down. Plus, antagonist and the commanders now letting loose here on the Flak Panzer. Probably not enough to finish it off here, but certainly enough there to cause JBQuib to have to get a bit careful. Meanwhile, Oziligath is not too far away from the Sherman tank here. or the 105mm Sherman, or the Hellcat. In fact, you should be able to get the Hellcat now if you so desires. Black Panzerling loose here. Four guns once more spewing through hot with death against the American South Side Commander sitting up there. We do get the 105mm Sherman here for Oziligath, focusing on the infantry, striking off shots from his opponent. So not a bad pick, all things considered. JBQuib, meanwhile, definitely feels like he's just stalling for the King Tiger and the Panzer Grenadier coming in. That sense kind of feels like, you know, insurance just in case something does happen. He's not quite ready for it, just for stuff. He can then use the Panzer Grenadier coming to calling some of the solutions to his problems. So Magnus receiving it. German forces are getting hammered, but they are not going down easily. They're letting loose against the commander. Got a bit too close here. Anti-tank with that triple force there, firing away there. JBQuib very close to the Tiger tank. See it so. 147 to 73. We've still got a good lead over Oziligath. And there goes Sherman getting hammered. JBQuib. That's the command points and the reach of the Tiger tank, getting supported from the 508th Schwerer Panzer all against the big tanks. Thumbs up to JBQuib. And I think it's definitely bound to be able to guard. Bit of a tough time though, of course. He still has 3 anti-tank guns and 2 commander squads with bazookas, so it's not like the Oziligath is defenseless against a Tiger tank guy. They're far from it.
That wasn't too bad.
Quiet.
Commander, we have a large amount. The sector's been overrun. It's theirs now.
So outside here, commander's pushing back the Captain Cat, almost got it. German's rolling.
Vehicle production is now available.
120 versus 273. Now the 105 training for Oziligath. That kind of feels a bit bold here. Perhaps a bit too bold, but there you go. Whizbang has been selected. Can build that too if he wants to. There you go. Tiger tank scores a great hit on the Sherman. Anti-tank has meanwhile failed to make any impression upon the Tiger tank's 100mm thick frontal armor. Plenty of mines from Oziligath.
Rating flares going out.
So
All
that
batteries,
JBQuib.
fire.
Patched up. Repairs complete.
More
Sherman
flares.
105, ready for
Considering
fuel
that
up.
ability.
The fuel point is being lost.
And once more turning up the heat here. Second half I'm ready. Jaeger's going for the flank here.
100 points remain.
Supported by the
Fueling is
Tiger
low.
tank, but the strike force here out of JBQuib against Oziligath. And continues to get the position. Armor fisherman picking up the ball. Thumbs up to Oziligath. Bunch loose on the Sherman there.
Recon run.
And Incendium bombardment run that just went nowhere very fast. There you go, almost got the Tiger tank using just the antennas. And there's there for JBQuib's Tiger.
Recon taking too many hits. Not going down.
67 versus 79. And there you go, Marder in. Oh. Character where it just basically goes boom. Definitely needs to be a bit more carefully and a bit more foresighted out JBQuib. Tactically, he needs to step up his game.
That was a milk run. Grasshopper head now.
So Oziligath is definitely time to inflict some more significant pain towards him. But still, JBQuib has elite in terms of casualties and victory points. It's not like, you know, Oziligath has turned the game around entirely.
Survivability of our infantry in the field. We have 75 points remaining.
74 was a Theme 73. South of the Grenadiers.
A victory point is under attack. We must act.
Grenadiers getting bombarded. Flak Pants then ace overcoming the commandos. Almost got the wiped here. JBQuib, though too slow to really keep at the pursuit here. Might just give the commandos a chance to escape here and support the wipe. Good let them Oziligath. A bit awkward there for JBQuib. In the south, the Grenadiers wiped. So even as JBQuib is trying to wipe Oziligath units, Oziligath has no issues with such a matter, though. He's definitely got issues with the victory points. Make no mistake, Oziligath has big issues with the victory point with the current state of affairs. And finally got a tech there from JBQuib, the Panzer gun,
Rain
thumbs
flares
up.
going out. All batteries,
Though
fire.
he's not gone for Zinnia the Panzer gun when it comes. You can't help but feel this does feel a bit awkward.
This is our last stand. We have only 50 points left.
45 points up for
Deploying
Oziligath.
engineers now.
Really needs to pick up the pace here.
Territory sector
Also
claimed by the
wrecking the
enemy.
repair bunker.
Heavy machine gun.
No further calling another single bombardment here, and machine team wiped out. Got some vengeance there on JBQuib, even as the Tiger 10 Jaegers are moving in. Black Panther running in the counter here towards the northeast of the victory point. And Anton's trying to move forward, getting caught by the Tiger 10. That's it. The Jaegers are quickly pushed off. All three anti-tankers are battery free. Definitely not great news here for JBQuib's tanks.
We've lost a squad of riflemen at the front.
Rifleman though, gun down in the prime. Captain about to get a possible promotion then to major. North holding some good progress here. I'm maneuvering here. JBQuib's north flank, which is definitely not ready for such a DB's room there out of Oziligath. Fighting on the flanks here. Popping on, getting around, starts up to Oziligath.
Anti-tank gun is out of action.
Got a gun for the wiped out Sherman, trying to cover the flank, but clearly lacking some of the deterrence to keep the Black Panther up, but still got the Tiger tank.
Lost an anti-tank
Big
gun.
win here for Oziligath. Really a massive blow that JBQuib putting all the other units he's lost by now. He fact out here 2 Jaegers. Being a Pioneer squad and the Black Panther. These are crippling losses for JBQuib. Considering what Oziligath meanwhile has. We do get a Panther 4 there for JBQuib. Definitely something. Seems it's a will start out for the armored side skirts, but
Players ready to expose
he's still in a pretty awkward position. It is anything but ideal for him. He's in trouble. Got them. And got one of the Jaeger squads too. JBQuib's fortune just continues to get worse and worse.
Grasshopper.
And we're racing forwards. 27-57. Got the Sherman. And the Ford down. That's just terrible here for JBQuib. Like, cannot afford an armored loss like that at the moment. Even though that was theoretically positive trade there for JBQuib, that's still not something to afford with his current, like, you know, force composition. The fact he's barely got any units means losing a Panzer IV. Thus, against the opponent who's got plenty of units left afterwards. Very painful there for JBQuib. Exceedingly so. Oziligath also got almost a triple cap there again. Slowly turn the tide here in the name of democracy and freedom. Liberty, boys. Sweet, sweet liberty. Another 100 farm Sherman there for Oziligath. What will JBQuib do next? He's not going for new units. He's Not moving. It kind of feels like he's giving up here.
Altitude recon. Waiting on your word.
We're just waiting for him to like concede at this point. I mean, you see he's stalling for the Tiger tank. That's still going to take a while to get there. Oziligath's also, well, I think, continue to grow at the meantime there.
Rating flares going out. All batteries, fire.
More rating flares for Oziligath. Thumbs up. Black Panther versus the Viveland. Not really the fastest match there, I think. 27 to 270. Quite the gap between Oziligath and Yeti, and there go GG. Game over. I realised the match is lost. Some nice battle fourth in there. I think JBQuib stuck around for too long there. In the tier. But also, committed. Sorry about that. He committed to the flak panzers, and I think that didn't help him either. When he didn't like use them aggressively enough to like really leverage anything there versus Oziligath, he played too defensively passively. That I think gave Oziligath more time to like overcome him. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You learned something from it. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye everyone.